Have you ever hugged your grandpa and noticed a distinct scent, one that's not unpleasant, just different? It's not your imagination. Scientists have discovered that as we age, our bodies produce a unique compound that creates what many call the old person smell. But what exactly causes this mysterious odor? And why can't we wash it away like other body smells? The answer lies deep within your skin's chemistry, and it might just change the way you think about aging forever. Let's begin with the question that sparked your curiosity. Why do older adults have a unique scent that younger people don't? This scent, often described as grassy, greasy, or slightly musty, isn't just a random occurrence. It's caused by a specific chemical called 2-nonenal. This compound naturally forms on human skin and tends to increase in concentration as we age, typically starting around age 40. Unlike other body odors, this one isn't linked to hygiene, sweat, or bacteria. Instead, it's a result of biochemical changes within your skin itself. As your body matures, your skin starts to change the kinds of fats it secretes. These fats are meant to protect your body from external damage and keep moisture locked in. But over time, exposure to oxygen in the air causes these fats to oxidize, a natural chemical process that breaks them down. This oxidation produces 2-nonenal, the main contributor to what many people recognize as the old person smell. Interestingly, this scent is often less offensive than people think. In scientific smell tests, people rated the body odor of seniors, especially those over 75, as more neutral and less unpleasant than that of younger adults. So while the scent is real, it's not inherently bad. It's simply a marker of time, experience, and longevity. You are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable. Please comment below to let me know you are here. And if you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue to create good content to inform and inspire you. Let's now look deeper into the chemical changes in your skin that make this all happen. In the previous section, we explored how 2-nonenal, an odor-causing chemical, naturally forms on the skin as we age, giving rise to the so-called old person smell. But to truly understand why this happens, we need to look deeper into the skin's changing chemistry and how aging affects the body's natural defenses. Your skin serves as your first line of defense against the outside world, and it does this in part by secreting fats and oils. These substances form a protective barrier on the outermost layer of the skin, known as the stratum corneum. This layer helps to retain moisture and shield the body from environmental damage. However, as these fats are constantly exposed to oxygen in the air, they begin to break down through a process called oxidation. This is where 2-nonenal is born, but there's more to it. When you're younger, your skin produces antioxidants compounds that help protect against this oxidation process. These antioxidants neutralize the damage and keep your skin's chemistry in balance. As you age, however, your body starts producing fewer antioxidants, meaning more fats on your skin get oxidized. At the same time, the types of fats your skin produces also change, likely due to shifting hormone levels that naturally occur with aging. These new fats, when oxidized, are more prone to generating 2-nonenal than those produced in youth. The result? A higher concentration of this compound on aging skin, leading to a stronger and more noticeable scent even if you shower regularly. It's not about being unclean, it's about biology and time reshaping how your skin functions. Let's take a closer look at why this scent is so persistent even after a good bath. As we've just uncovered, the combination of increased fat oxidation and decreased antioxidant protection creates the perfect environment for 2-nonenal to thrive on aging skin. But what truly surprises many people is just how difficult it is to get rid of this compound, even with regular hygiene practices. You might assume that a long, hot shower with your favorite soap would wash away the odor completely, but here's the twist. 2-nonenal isn't water-soluble. This means it doesn't dissolve easily in water like sweat or other common body odors. So even after a thorough wash, traces of it remain on the skin. Traditional bathing can only do so much because removing all of the fats that carry nonenal would also strip your skin of essential moisture and protection, leaving it dry and irritated. Moreover, most commercial soaps and body washes are designed to fight bacteria-based odors, like those produced in armpits or feet, but they often don't contain ingredients specifically targeted to break down 2-nonenal. This is why, even with good hygiene, the scent lingers. It's not about how clean you are. It's about the chemistry of aging skin and the resilience of this particular compound. Interestingly, this subtle fragrance of age isn't inherently unpleasant. In scientific studies, elderly individuals' body odor was rated more neutral and less offensive than that of younger adults. It's a reminder that what we perceive as odor is also influenced by culture, expectations, and emotions tied to aging. Now that we understand why the scent is hard to eliminate, let's explore whether there are any products or habits that can help manage it more effectively. Now that we know 2-nonenal is difficult to wash away due to its water-insoluble nature and resistance to typical soaps, the next question is, can anything actually help reduce or neutralize it? While traditional hygiene methods fall short, researchers and skincare experts have begun to explore more targeted solutions. Some newer soaps and body washes, particularly those developed in Japan, where this issue has been studied extensively, are formulated with ingredients that can break down 2-nonenal more effectively. These often include persimmon extract or green tea compounds, which have shown promise in reducing the presence of nonenal on the skin. These ingredients work not just to mask the odor, but to chemically neutralize it at the source, offering a more targeted approach for older adults. However, these specialized products aren't widely available in every country and haven't yet become part of mainstream skincare. As a result, many seniors continue to use soaps that are ineffective against nonenal, which only reinforces the misconception that the scent is caused by poor hygiene. In addition to specialty products, there's growing interest in lifestyle strategies that might help. Eating a diet rich in antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, and nuts can support the body's internal defense system and potentially reduce the oxidized fats on the skin. Hydration and regular exfoliation may also support healthier skin turnover. Still, it's important to remember that this scent is a natural part of aging, not a flaw. Rather than trying to erase it entirely, the goal should be to understand and manage it with care and compassion. In the next section, we'll take a deeper look at how perception plays a powerful role in how this scent is received and understood. As we've seen, there are emerging solutions like persimmon-based soaps and antioxidant-rich lifestyles that can help manage the effects of 2-nonenal. But even with these advances, how people perceive this scent tells a deeper story about aging itself. This brings us to an often overlooked aspect: our emotional and cultural response to the so-called old person smell. You see, odor perception isn't just biological, it's deeply shaped by our memories, experiences, and societal attitudes. For some, the scent of an elderly loved one evokes comfort, wisdom, and nostalgia. For others, it may stir discomfort, often rooted in societal fears around aging and decline. But what's fascinating is that scientific research paints a far more positive picture than most people expect. In controlled sniff tests, researchers asked volunteers to assess the body odor of people from different age groups. Surprisingly, the scent of individuals over 75 was often rated as more neutral and less offensive than that of younger adults. This suggests that what we label as old person smell may not be inherently bad at all, it's simply different. This difference, in fact, could be seen as a marker of resilience and longevity. None only appears after decades of life experience, after a person has lived through change, loss, love, and wisdom. In this way, the scent becomes not a stigma, but a subtle reminder of life lived fully. So rather than viewing it as something to fear or hide, perhaps we should begin to reframe this scent as a quiet badge of survival, an echo of strength and experience. Let's now wrap up by reflecting on how understanding this small but fascinating detail of human aging can shift not just how we treat the elderly, but how we embrace the journey of aging itself. Building on our last reflection, where we learned that old person smell might actually be a symbol of resilience, experience, and survival, let's go even deeper. What if this scent isn't just a marker of age, but a quiet, physiological story of the life a person has lived? From the moment we are born, our bodies begin a journey of change. In childhood, our skin is soft and full of protective oils and antioxidants. As we enter adulthood, hormones take over, shifting the way our skin behaves. And then, somewhere after 40, the chemistry changes once more, this time more subtly but consistently. The protective antioxidants start to decline. The composition of the fats on our skin evolves. These slow, invisible shifts culminate in the emergence of 2-nonenal, the compound behind the old person smell. But here's the key. This compound doesn't appear overnight. It shows up after decades of adaptation, stress, healing, endurance, and transformation. It appears after a person has lived through multiple chapters, raising children, losing loved ones, building careers, surviving illnesses, and experiencing personal growth. It's not just a smell, it's a biological memoir, gently released from the skin's surface. This understanding should shift the way we talk about and treat aging. Far too often, society encourages us to cover up the signs of growing older: wrinkles, gray hair, slower steps, and yes, even scent. We're told to fight aging, to hide it, to see it as something unfortunate. But when we look at it from a place of compassion and science, we realize that aging is not a problem to be solved. It's an achievement. In that sense, the scent of an elderly person becomes less about odor and more about identity and dignity. It should not be something that causes embarrassment or shame, but something that reminds us and others of the rich, textured lives we've lived. So next time you visit an aging parent, grandparent, or friend, and you catch that subtle, earthy scent in the air, take a moment to remember, this isn't something to scrub away. It's a natural part of the journey, a quiet marker of time, transformation, and treasured experience. Now let's close this video by summarizing the powerful lesson behind this fascinating discovery and how it invites all of us to age with understanding, grace, and pride. The overall message of this story is both scientific and deeply human. The so-called old person smell is a natural and harmless part of aging, caused by a compound called 2-nonenal. This scent is not due to poor hygiene, but rather to changes in skin chemistry, specifically the oxidation of fats and the reduction of antioxidants in aging skin. Though it may be difficult to wash away with regular soap, it's not something to be feared or hidden. In fact, research shows that the scent of older adults is often perceived as more neutral and less unpleasant than that of younger people. Beyond the biology, this scent represents something more meaningful. It reflects the quiet story of resilience, endurance, and life experience emerging only after decades of living. Rather than seeing it as a flaw, we should recognize it as a subtle symbol of wisdom, longevity, and survival. Society often pressures us to erase the signs of aging, but this story reminds us that aging is not something to conceal, it's something to honor. By understanding the science and embracing the humanity behind this natural change, we can shift our view of aging from something negative to something deeply beautiful and worthy of respect. One of the most meaningful lessons from this story is the importance of reframing how we view aging not as a decline, but as a powerful reflection of experience and resilience. As we grow older, our bodies change in subtle but natural ways, including the development of a distinct scent caused by chemical changes in the skin. Rather than seeing this as something to be embarrassed about, we can choose to see it as a quiet reminder of everything we've lived through: our struggles, joys, losses, and growth. Aging is not a flaw to be hidden, but a journey to be embraced. For seniors, this perspective can bring comfort and pride. It's easy to feel invisible in a world that prizes youth, but your presence carries the richness of decades. Your story, even in the way your body evolves, is valuable and worthy of respect. Let this be a gentle reminder. You are not defined by appearances or scent, but by the wisdom, strength, and compassion you've gained over time. Celebrate every part of your aging self, because each part tells a story that no one else can. And in that story, there is deep beauty, dignity, and purpose. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please share in the comments one insight you gained and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback is invaluable and keeps us motivated. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.